Welcome back to BrainFLoTv / Hot Topics TV. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please. And let's get right into the story. So, this story right here is shocking on all levels. But there's a lesson in this story right here, especially for those of us who are raising children. If you're not raising children, you're in a family that has children. So you have nieces and nephews, grandkids, etc. So the children are our responsibility. A community, a family. That's our responsibility. That's what our means. Not just the responsibility of the parents. When the parents are not around or are not able to see what's going on with the children, some other family member should be able to see something and say something or do something to save a life if needed. A 12-year-old girl is now facing charges, including a first-degree murder charge, after police in Tennessee said that video footage captured her stifling her 8-year-old cousin to death, reportedly after an argument over an iPhone. A phone. An 8-year-old, a baby. A 12-year-old, borderlining a teenager, still a baby. A little bit older than an 8-year-old, but I can't imagine an 8-year-old killing a 12-year-old. Fighting with your 8-year-old cousin, yes. Killing her? Now, the way that it happened is even more gruesome. See, the county's top prosecutor reported the killing took place in a bedroom in the cousin's home. Actually, they were cousins who were sharing a home in Humboldt, about 90 miles northwest of Memphis. In actuality, they were staying with grandma. It was grandma's home. You remember back in the day how we used to meet up at grandma's home and everybody would grab a blanket and a pillow and you would sleep on the floor and some would sleep on the couch, or it would be 4 or 5 people in one bed, etc. It was kind of like one of those traditional situations going on, right? Parents drop the kids off to grandma's. The kids get to spend time at grandma's while they're together. And, inside of that dynamic, you'll have the little rifts that go on between cousins. Frederick H. Agee, the District Attorney General for the state's 28 Judicial District, which includes Haywood, Crockett, and Gibson counties, released a statement saying, footage of the crime obtained by the Humboldt Police Department shows the 12-year-old girl using bedding, as in sheets, blanket, pillows, to suffocate her 8-year-old cousin to death while the victim was sleeping in the top bunk of the bunk bed that they shared. Now, after the suffocation, the juvenile, the 12-year-old, cleaned up the victim. I don't know if the 12-year-old did not remember or did not know that grandma had cameras all in the house and she was able to watch them in the other room. Apparently, grandma was not watching the camera at that time, else she would have been able to stop it. After the suffocation, the 12-year-old juvenile cleaned up the victim and then repositioned her body to make it look like something else had happened and she died in her sleep. The slain girls' school in Nashville identified the 8-year-old as Demaria Hollingsworth. And I've seen Demaria's mama crying on television, and it's just heartbreaking. According to the prosecutor, the 12-year-old girl turns 13 years old this week. Agee said that the Humboldt police filed a petition of delinquency and they are charging the juvenile with first-degree murder and with tampering with evidence. Quote unquote, I consider this to be one of the most disturbing, violent acts committed by either adult or a juvenile that my office has ever prosecuted. This is what Agee wrote in a statement. This is the prosecutors. Due to the horrendous nature of this crime, and under Tennessee's law, and juvenile court loses jurisdiction after a juvenile turns 19, and therefore that juvenile would be free from any other detention, supervision, or court-ordered mental health treatment. Our office is petitioning juvenile judge Mark Johnson to transfer that delinquent child to the circuit court to be tried as an adult. Given the nature of how this played out on video, cold, calculating, she had the sense to not only just smother her, she had the sense to clean her up and to reposition her body. That shows she knows she was guilty. She knows what she did. And she is taking steps to cover up what she did. Had she smothered her and then start being like, wake up, girl, stop playing, you not dead, that would have been different. But she smothered her until she could not breathe. She made sure she could not breathe. She cleaned her up. She repositioned her. This is horrendous. This is where a juvenile needs to take adult responsibility. Some might agree. Some might not agree. Matter of fact, tell me in the comment section if you disagree. Do you think that this 12 or 13-year-old should be tried as an adult? Like they clearly state, if she is not tried as an adult, by the time she is 19 years old, she will be walking the streets again. Now, under the law, that move would allow for a lengthier sentence, whether through incarceration or through supervised release, if she is tried in the circuit court as an adult. Police have not released a motive for the killing yet. They're still working on why she actually did it. Neither the victim nor the accused juvenile lived in Humboldt at that house, according to release, which said that both of the children were actually visiting family. Now on Monday, Metro Nashville Police School confirmed that the victim attended school in Music City and would be greatly missed. The Cockrell community is mourning the unexpected loss of Demaria Hollingsworth, a beloved student who had been a part of Cockrell since pre-K. Cockrell Elementary Principal Casey Campbell said, Demaria was known. She was known for her hard work, her intelligence, and her sweet demeanor. She was cherished by everyone who knew her. Her passing has left all of us at Cockrell devastated. The victim's mother, Rihanna Smith, told news media WREG-TV that her daughter Demaria and her cousin, they had been arguing over an iPhone after coming from out of town to stay with their grandmother. She was very energetic. She was always happy. She was outgoing. She was smart. She made straight A's. She was an honor roll student. She always made the principal's dean's list. She was my girl. It's a senseless incident. Accident. What we people want to call it. To me, a tragedy. She will be truly missed, the grandmother said. Now, I saw the mom on TV, and she was saying once she was not there, but once she got wind of it, that her child was in an argument with her cousin over the iPhone, something said to her, go get your child. Just go get her. And now she regrets not listening to that something that said, go get your child. I don't want to add insult to injury, but there are so many dynamics to this. First, if I ask, where's the father? Second, if I say, I don't allow my children to stay anywhere at anybody's house, not even grandma's house, without one of their parents being there with them. If the children are not around me as their father, they should be around their mother, even if they're at their granny's house. It's just sad. And we look at these children and we think, they'll argue, but nothing much will come out of it. Sibling rivalry or just children doing what children do. But we would never think that one of them would take it that far. There's a video out on social media, and I know this happened in China, but it still speaks to human behavior. A Chinese girl, must have been about the same 12, 13 age, took her younger brother, who was about the same age as Demaria, about 8, took him down the street, walked him to a well, and then she picked him up. And he trusted his sister so much, he was like, why is she picking me up? But, it's funny, it's funny. She drops him in the well and walks away. A well. A hole in the ground with lots of water in it. And she casually walks away. There was a video camera that was pointed at the well that saw her and saw how casually she did it. When I watched that video, I thought to myself, I gotta always have eyes on my children. And if I don't, then the other parent must. It's just our responsibility. A lot of the times, single parenthood, you lean on other family members for help. So you gotta leave the kids at grandma's so you can go to work, or so you can get some time for yourself, quote unquote, which is like going out dating or going out to brunch with the girls or whatever the case may be. But shout out to those parents who sacrifice all that, because they know that things like this can happen in the blink of an eye. It's sad all the way around. We'll continue to follow this story. Let's see if they actually really do charge her as an adult. And if they do, let's see what the outcome is. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this story. And I'll catch you on the next video. Keep your eyes on the children. I'm out. Peace.